Welcome back to 9Honey Kitchen. Thanks for joining us. Today we are at the beautiful Long Chim restaurant with the wonderful David Thompson. Thank you so much for having us.
It's a delight to be here. Or it's a delight that you are here, I should say.
I am thrilled to be here. The reason I'm here today is to talk to you about stir frying.
I love stir frying. I love the heat, I love the immediacy, I love the tang and the waft of the metal as it hits the fire, as oil hits the wok. The heat, the explosion and the taste is just outstanding. Once you've gained the proper technique for stir frying, you can almost stir fry anything. Almost.
This is music to my ears.
Almost. And so the most important thing when stir frying is following that technique. And it's having a good wok, it's having a good flame, it's having all of your ingredients there at hand, because once you start, you can't stop.
That is magnificent.
This is just a simple technique, but it's you want this heat really quickly. And can you see what I mean? Where you need, if I have too heavy a wok, I won't
can't do the tossing. Yeah.
I can't jostle it around. The speed and the rapidness with which you cook the dish means that you must have it at hand, ready to go, and it just falls in.
Fast and furious.
Fast and instinctive. There's various styles of stir frying. The Chinese one is where the flames just leap out and the wok goes almost white hot.
Yep.
They'll then wash the wok with oil and then they'll start to stir fry. That's one way of doing it. Another way is the Thai way, where the heat is not as intense, and Thais stir fry a little bit more gently, except when it comes to noodles and a few Chinese style dishes. But the biggest problem for when you cook at home is getting that heat.
How hot are we talking?
Hot. Bang in, go. A good stir fryer doesn't screech.
Can you do it on a home hot plate, or do you need to have flame?
I've been asked this question a few times, and I think the only way that you could possibly achieve it is to heat your wok up for such a long period of time that no matter what you put in there, you do not reduce the heat of the wok so quickly. Because the thing about stir frying is the maintenance of heat and control of heat. Okay. And if you add your proteins or whatever it might be into your wok, it cools it down quite quickly. And if the source of the heat isn't that strong, the recovery time is such that you actually begin to stew. And I think everybody's gone through a stage where you do your stir fry of pork or chicken or prawns, and it begins to sort of weep and
there's
stew.
a lot of fluid. You end up with lots of liquid in the bottom.
That's not what happens in a good stir fry.